Welcome to the Ambassadors Chat session. I'm Vanessa, the APAC Community Lead. Today, we have a special session in store featuring some AR trailblazers, our very own ambassadors. These individuals are not only creators at Effect House, but also thought leaders in the dynamic world of AR. At Effect House, we're on a mission to make creativity universally accessible. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just stepping into the AR realm, our platform is tailored for you. Today, we'll delve into how Effect House helped them reach a global community of millions, all the opportunities they've leveraged, and how this tool has helped them achieve their wildest dreams. Stay tuned as we uncover the insights and experiences of our ambassadors, offering a window into the forefront of AR innovation. Cal, also known as Game Plus 40, is known for his technical wizardry and creativity in AR. How are you doing today, Cal?
I'm doing great, Vanessa, and hope you're doing well as well. And hi, everybody.
First question is, what technical tips can you offer to aspiring creators, and how do you navigate the challenge that comes your way?
So when I first started off with an Effect House, right, I remember I was kind of struggled in terms of how do I move this object from A to B. It took me 3 hours, right? It took me 3 hours to basically find an answer for this. And until I go through the Effect House learning page, right, bit by bit, and search and really learn out and try to understand just the basic visual scripting, it brings your AR creation level up, because especially on AR gaming, you want to do interaction with the user. Your effect needs to have some level of interaction, and in order to do that, you really have to learn up the basic of visual scripting. So especially when you are the beginner, don't try to learn something that is too complex, like take a game and you want to develop the game and without knowing the basic, because it's going to frustrate you. So learn the basic and then start from the basic and slowly increase some difficulty levels to it. And that's where you start to learn about logic build. This is the path I took, right, from learning all those.
You have so much creativity in your work. How do you balance the technical skills with the creativity?
So I find my inspiration on creativity by using new features. And when I mention new features, it's either a new features being introduced by Effect House. If not, it's something that I have not used before, right? So once you have that now, I tend to increase a layer of difficulties to the effect that I do. That's how you learn slowly, progressively, right? So you introduce one thing, you don't know how you're gonna execute that, right? And you tend to learn. That's where the technical bits come up. And I always have something that is kind of challenging. How do you achieve that, right? So, and I try to find an answer to that, like a problem solving. And that's how I basically balance the creativity and the technical bits, right? And always challenge yourself on something new on the technical bit, right? And by doing that, it opens up a lot of doors for different creativities.
That's a really great insight, Cal. You keep challenging yourself, and basically through incremental growth, you achieve sustainable growth. You've been in the platform for a while and you've published many effects. Have your effects ever granted you the opportunity to work with brands on TikTok?
Yes, that's why I love Effect House. I've been doing AR creations for 3 years, but the time when I really monetize my skill is the time I spend with Effect House. But I started to learn the basic of building a game effects, right? A game effects. And amazingly, after I learned for just a short while, the queries from the client started coming, right? And it just comes after I start to learn about the gaming game filter. That's why I keep doing a lot of game effect. Not necessarily a lot of them are good, really. I do that more for learning purpose and make sure I understand the client's brief correctly. So yeah, so I think so far within the past 12 months, I work with like 5 to 10 different clients on about 20 to 30 clients projects. Right, many of them are actually repeat clients. They keep coming back, which I'm glad. Now, if you want to really learn to monetize your skill, right, I think you have to learn about gaming and different interaction, the visual scripting, right? Without that, I don't think you can monetize that easily, right?
So there is no way around visual scripting, that's what you're saying.
There's no way around visual scripting. Like the past, just to give a past 10 client brief that I received. 9 out of 10, they are all gaming related. They are all games, right? So, and I have never seen a brief that say I want to do a randomizer or do a face sticker. That's for sure, right? So it's all about gaming. It's all about different interactions.
Thank you so much for your time today, and we loved all those answers. Thank you for giving all those tips for the future generation of AR creators.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Hi everyone, I'm Philananda and I'm Effect House Community Manager for Europe. Today, I'm joined by one of our most popular AR creator based in the UK, Crystal. You might know her better by her TikTok handle at Karma is my dog. Hi Crystal, how's it going?
Hi, thank you for inviting me. I'm good, thank you. You might know me by some of my effects such as the flower draw and daisy draw effect, which allows you to draw different patterns on your phone using the effect. I've been using Effect House for 1.5 years and I've enjoyed it so much, and I thank you for inviting me today.
Of course, with pleasure. So, I am super curious about your creative processes. Like, how do you come up with all of these amazing AR effect ideas? Or is there any project that you can share with us where it completely blew up on TikTok and went viral?
It's so many ways that I stay creative and coming up with my ideas, using Pinterest, also looking at conversations online, and also the Effect House Live is amazing. I get so many ideas watching the tutorials, and there's so many creators who do their own tutorials. So an example of when I used some ideas to make an effect go viral was when I looked at some conversations on TikTok about how people felt about their phone. I saw them complaining about the battery being on 1%. And also people complaining about not having storage on their phone. And so I use these conversations to come up with an effect, and I called it the brain capacity, and I made it look like the storage on your phone, and looked online for more conversations about what Gen Z and millennials complain about in general about life. So things like procrastinating, being bored, watching Netflix on repeat and things like that. And then I racked up 3 million views on that video, and there were so many big reactions to it. People were like, oh my gosh, it's like you know me. And so it was really funny to see how all the research of looking online and looking on TikTok really, and finding how people feel about things and matching that to how people felt at the moment when they were using the effect. It was just phenomenal.
That's incredibly cool. Inspirations can come from anywhere, your For You page or from other AR creators. Be sure to follow them. Don't be afraid to reach out to them. So when it comes to staying fresh and facing these inevitable creative blocks, what are your tips and tricks?
Yes, I do have creative blocks. And the way I get around that is when I'm feeling really creative, I write lists of different ideas. So I have a list on Notion, I have lists on my notes. So I have different places I can dig out these ideas that I've noted down. So when I do have a creative block, I go back to them and I kind of separate them into easy, medium, hard. So the easy ones will be ones I have the knowledge to build, and then the harder ones or medium ones will be ones that I need to learn a bit more about the programming or nodes or design to achieve. So I will pick one of those and develop a little project, and it's been really good for me because it means I'm never there's a way around it, so I'm not stuck in a loop.
Love those tips. If you were to give a piece of advice to someone who just started their journey as an AR creator, what would that advice be?
There's some very generous people in the community that will just be point you in the right direction, and there's someone that will know something you're struggling with or have the same struggle. And then I think the other thing is not to be afraid to post or be afraid of low views or getting started. I mean, some people get started and they get loads of views, and then some people, it takes a bit of a journey to find their audience or for the audience to find them. So see it as a progression in your journey. When you post something, if you get low views, try again. My other effect, it didn't go viral straight away. I had to post a second time and then it went viral. But I feel it takes some courage to do that, but it's worth it.
And by the end of the day, what matters the most is that you have fun and always be an adventurous and curious learner. Is there a special moment or a special story where your effect made a huge impact on your audience or a specific person in general?
Yeah, I can think of a time. It was actually quite recent. There was a effect I created called How Will This Year End? And it was a scratch card effect. I actually used some new features in Effect House where there was a scratch card template, and I really wanted to try it. I've seen other creators try it, and I thought I'd come up with this end of year effect. I used Canva to actually design it. But then it started to go viral actually. And then I was scrolling and I saw this girl crying, and I was like, okay. I read her story and it was really moving. She posted that she'd used the effect, and she had a family member who passed away who was musical, and she was thinking about starting to play a new instrument, and the effect landed on an option of trying something new, trying a new instrument, and she just burst into tears. And it just made me realize you never know how people will react to it. And for her, it was like a moment that she felt confident to make that decision for herself. It was something she felt was confirmation of what she wanted to do and needed the courage to do. And I was just baffled, because this is a randomizer effect, and it's how it has an effect on people. Seeing that story, it just made me think I'm gonna, not be as nervous sometimes if I'm trying something new, because sometimes it is quite personal, but actually it's worth trying it out, because you get a reaction that sometimes you weren't expecting. So yeah, that really touched me. I was really glad that I made it, and it resonated with people.
Thank you so much for sharing such a heartwarming story, Crystal. I think it just goes to show how our work can impact so many people. I want to know, how has being an Effect House ambassador have shaped your journey as an AR creator?
It's been amazing, actually. It's been transformative for me as a person. I feel like I've been able to unleash my creativity in a way that I never even imagined. And the journey that Effect House has taken me on, and it has been phenomenal. I've been able to connect with creators from all over the world, which is like incredible. And there's just so much support, actually. So I just feel like I've learned so many different perspectives about how to create different effects, and learned so many different processes, and I'm learning to adapt to develop my own processes. But that's only been because I've been part of this community, and an ambassador as well has opened up more opportunities. So yeah, it's been amazing. I totally really encourage anyone who's thinking about joining or not sure about joining to join, because it is a really good place to grow in your creativity and explore, and there's such a platform for you to be who you want to be in this community.
Thank you so much, Crystal, for sharing and being such an inspiration. We're so honored to be a part of your journey as well.
I just really hope it inspires more people to join Effect House, because it's been a great place to be. And yeah, thank you so much.
Bye!
Bye.
Oi pessoal, é a Vitória, Community Manager do Effect House para a região latino-americana, e hoje a gente está aqui com a nossa embaixadora, Sara Fontinelli. Oi, Sá!
Oi, pessoal, eu sou a Sara Fontinelli, desenvolvedora de realidade aumentada e criadora do Effect House há alguns anos aí. Estou extremamente honrada de poder estar participando dessa entrevista com a Vitória para o nosso Open House.
Sara, como criadora de realidade aumentada experiente, quais foram os desafios que você passou durante essa sua trajetória?
Então, quando eu comecei a criar efeitos, eu ainda era estudante, eu estava morando na Argentina e eu cursava medicina lá. Então, foi um momento um pouco confuso para mim, porque eu via essa paixão crescendo cada vez mais, essa vontade de criar, mas eu ainda não conhecia nada sobre o mercado, eu não sabia que isso poderia ser uma profissão. Então, eu enfrentei alguns dilemas aí, eu tive alguns momentos onde eu queria desistir, onde eu quis abandonar tudo e focar nos meus estudos. Mas depois de um tempo eu comecei a ver que eu estava atraindo clientes, que as pessoas estavam se identificando com as minhas criações, que eu estava tendo alguns destaques, como aparecer em alguns blogs de realidade aumentada, como o Lenslist. E logo depois disso eu acabei sendo contratada por uma empresa de realidade aumentada aqui do Brasil. E isso foi um divisor de águas, assim, para mim. Eu realmente me entendi como uma mente criativa. Eu entendi que eu tinha que fazer aquilo para eu ser feliz, era a minha paixão, era o que eu queria fazer. E foi quando eu decidi me tornar criadora full-time. Então, essa jornada foi extremamente importante para mim. Eu acredito muito na minha paixão, eu acredito muito no meu objetivo. Então, eu acho que eu estou no caminho certo de onde eu ainda quero chegar.
Eu acho muito legal isso de ver que cada pessoa vem de um background totalmente diferente e acaba encontrando uma nova paixão na realidade aumentada.
Com certeza.
Falando sobre essa parte técnica, Sá, que você destacou, quais são as ferramentas do Effect House que te permitem que você crie esses efeitos criativos, inovadores?
Então, uma das ferramentas que eu mais gostei quando lançou foi o Face Occlusion. Como eu crio maquiagens, para mim é super importante a gente ter um acabamento que pareça mais realista. Então, é muito legal você ter ali uma função que permite, esconder pedaços da maquiagem onde a gente tem algum objeto na frente do rosto. Eu acho que isso foi um mega diferencial da Effect House. Eu acho que isso eleva muito mais os nossos efeitos, principalmente os efeitos de rosto. E eu uso bastante essa ferramenta. Mas, além dela, também tem a biblioteca, que é uma ferramenta que eu gosto muito. Eu acho que a biblioteca do Effect House ela é extremamente rica. A gente tem ali diversos itens, além de objetos 3D, Então, eu adoro navegar pela biblioteca, descobrir novos itens, novos assets que são adicionados por lá. E também me ajuda muito no processo criativo. Quando eu estou um pouco empacada, um pouco travada em algum projeto, eu sempre dou ali uma olhadinha na biblioteca e eu acabo encontrando alguma coisa ali que vai me ajudar ou que vai dar um toque especial no meu efeito.
E Sá, falando que você é uma embaixadora do Effect House e tudo mais, você poderia destacar alguma experiência que o Effect House tenha te proporcionado para que você possa aprimorar a sua carreira e esse seu sucesso na criação de efeitos?
Com certeza. Teve um programa do Effect House que foi muito importante para mim, que eu levo com muito carinho, que foi o programa de mentores e mentorados, onde eu participei como mentora. E eu sou muito apaixonada pela área da educação. Eu gosto muito de falar, eu gosto muito de contribuir. Então, quando eu fui convidada, eu fiquei extremamente honrada. Eu me senti muito capaz, eu me senti muito realizada de poder estar ali realmente auxiliando parte da comunidade, ajudando um pouquinho mais os nossos criadores e contribuindo mais com a Effect House. Então, foi um momento muito legal para mim. Eu adorei participar desse programa.
Sim. Então, Sá, muito obrigada por compartilhar a sua história com o Effect House pra gente. Pessoal, vamos seguir lá a Sara para ver o perfil dela, ver todos os efeitos, usarem. E muito obrigada!
Hola a todos y a todas, ¿qué tal? Soy Fran, Community Lead de Effect House y hoy tengo un invitado muy especial. Es amado y aclamado por la comunidad hispanohablante y latinoamericana, pero también a nivel mundial. Hoy tengo conmigo a Jesus desde México. Jesus, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Hola Fran, estoy muy bien, espero que tú también. Estoy muy emocionado de estar aquí contigo y con la gente que nos está viendo, compartiendo un poco de mi conocimiento acerca de Effect House. Para los que no me conocen, soy Jesus, soy creador de efectos en TikTok a través de Effect House, también soy embajador, soy de México y probablemente conozcan algunos de mis efectos más populares, como lo son el efecto de Loop Me, en el que toda la gente se iba cayendo hacia adelante. También está por ahí el efecto de Shakira Bizarrap y uno de los más recientes, que es un minijuego de Eclipse. Son algunos de mis efectos más populares que quizá conozcan, y pues aquí estamos para compartir un poco de consejos y un poco de conocimiento para creadores y futuros creadores que estén comenzando en este mundo de los efectos de realidad aumentada a través de Effect House.
Exacto. Jesus va a compartir muchísimos tips y muchísimos consejos, así que aseguraos de que tenéis una libretita o algo cerca, porque hay que tomar apuntes hoy. Y como ha dicho él, para quien no lo conozcáis, Jesus es una superestrella no únicamente de la creación de efectos, pero también en cuanto a la creación de contenido. Jesus tiene más, no sé si me equivoco, más de 2,8 millones de seguidores en TikTok. ¿Cómo reaccionas al saber que tienes tantos seguidores que te siguen y que usan tus efectos? ¿Qué se siente?
La verdad, para mí es una locura. Sinceramente no es algo que yo me esperaba, crecer de esa manera. Pero realmente me emociona saber que hay mucha gente interesada en mi contenido, principalmente en los efectos que creo, y saber que a la gente le gusta lo que hago, eso a mí realmente me hace muy feliz.
Jesus, eres el rey de la creación de contenido a la hora de promover y promocionar tus efectos. Tu edición, impecable, muy sharp, muy rápido. Muchos creadores seguramente se preguntarán ¿qué técnicas o cuál es tu estrategia a la hora de crear estos vídeos para promocionar tus efectos y que lleguen pues a una audiencia nueva o a tus seguidores?
Esta es una pregunta muy interesante y creo que es muy importante también, porque no es importante solo el hecho de crear efectos, sino también saber cómo promocionarlos y saber cómo hacer que esos efectos lleguen a la gente. Y al menos uno de los métodos que yo utilizo es el promocionarlos a través de la misma plataforma de TikTok en videos, ya que la plataforma de TikTok es una red social que puede llegar a millones de personas si sabes de qué manera crear el contenido. Entonces, uno de los consejos más grandes que te puedo dar es que pierdas el miedo a ponerte frente a una cámara y a grabarte a ti mismo, porque al menos a mí fue algo que me hizo ir en subida en cuestión de los números de mis efectos, porque pude llegar a más gente a través de ellos. Y mis consejos en cuanto a la edición de videos es que lo hagas de una manera muy creativa, que seas muy auténtico al momento de hablar tú mismo, que seas muy natural, que la parte de la edición es algo muy importante, que la edición sea algo en lo que puedas captar la atención de la gente, porque la gente muy fácilmente pierde la atención. Entonces tienes que meter una parte de la edición que logre atrapar a la gente a seguir viendo el video, a verlo hasta el final, e incitar a la gente también a utilizar tus efectos para que de esa manera llegue a mucha más gente.
Exacto, y algo que sueles siempre decir en tus vídeos, que creo que es lo que más engancha a la gente cuando ven todos los vídeos que publicas, es el hagámoslo. Cada vez que empiezas el vídeo con una pregunta o leyendo un comentario y siempre dices hagámoslo, ya te mantiene enganchado a ver, vale, cómo vas a hacer el efecto y a ver el resultado final. Jesus, eres un creador de efectos increíble, una superestrella de Effect House, pero también como creador de contenido en TikTok lo estás petando y lo podemos ver a día de hoy en tu cuenta. Pero queremos saber, ¿cuál es tu objetivo final con Effect House y con TikTok en general? ¿Qué es lo que te gustaría llegar a hacer en un futuro? ¿Inspirar a la comunidad? ¿Seguir creando efectos y entretener a la gente? Cuéntanos, ¿qué te gustaría hacer?
Sí, tengo en mente un objetivo final que me gustaría lograr con Effect House y con los efectos, aunque también me gustaría compartirles primero mi objetivo que estoy tratando de lograr actualmente, el cual es lograr causar un impacto positivo en las personas que utilizan mis efectos, ya que pues se puede llegar a miles de personas, a millones de personas, por lo cual es una buena oportunidad de causar una emoción positiva, un impacto positivo en la gente, y es una gran herramienta con lo que se puede lograr todo esto. Y más adelante, en cuanto a mis objetivos a futuro, me gustaría ser una inspiración para futuros creadores en cuanto a crear efectos, en cuanto a a tips creativos. Me gustaría plasmar mi conocimiento a través de tutoriales, a través de videos en los que yo pueda ayudar a la gente a comenzar en todo este camino de la creación de efectos.
Muchísimas gracias a todos y a todas por estar aquí. Espero que hayáis tomado notas y especialmente muchas gracias, Jesus, por tomar tu tiempo y contar todos estos secretos.
Para mí ha sido un gusto el haber estado aquí compartiendo algunos de mis tips y de mis consejos, que espero que a toda la gente que está viendo esto les sirva de inspiración y que puedan seguir en este camino de creación de efectos de una manera más efectiva.
Muchísimas gracias. Nos vemos pronto. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
A big thank you to our ambassadors for sharing their expertise and inspiring the Effect House community. Your creativity not only dazzles, but also sets the standard for the limitless possibilities within our platform. To our audience, whether you're an experienced creator or just beginning, Effect House is your canvas. Remember, everyone can create on Effect House. Stay inspired, stay creative, and until next time, keep pushing the boundaries of creation with Effect House.